welcome to the very first episode of So Far So Good with Jaggu and Tarana. Thank you for voting for all the options we gave you in terms of names. I think it was a toss-up between Happy Dose and So Far So Good, and then my mother was the final judge and jury, and she said, I like So Far So Good, वो ज़्यादा literal नहीं है, वो थोड़ा creative है.
Correct. So I have a question. This is essentially episode 19.
Yes.
But now are we going to So Far So Good episode 1 or this is So Far So Good episode 19?
No, 1.
But we have already done 18 episodes.
Yeah, but those are all testing phases. Now we have a name. And now we will make sure we stick to whatever it means. Matlab, I must remain seated on the sofa chair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you, dear viewer,
mine is a moving target.
Yeah, and Jaggu's moving target will change because we'll get him back on a sofa soon enough, as soon as flights open. He's currently in Bangalore. I am in Dubai. Flights in and out of India are currently at a halt. But soon enough, he should come back and then we get him on a sofa. Most importantly, you should be on a sofa, aram se, sitting back and watching us and using this time to breathe a little bit and just be a little bit like relaxed.
Yeah, be the chill.
Yeah, be the chill. Ooh, Twitter has got the chill now, Jaggu.
Yeah, thank God.
God. The most...
So Kangana Ranaut has been permanently banned from Twitter. I appreciate the fact that they use the word permanent. I think the word was suspended. Permanently suspended. No, hum sochenge 2-3 hafte baad, 2-3 mahine baad. No. She is the guns. She has, however, also threatened that there are other social media avenues.
Yeah.
Which is...
if you're a fan of Kangana, then I don't know what you're doing here, because we are not. We think she's a fantastic actress, but we definitely believe she needs help.
Yeah.
Okay, like immediate, and she should not be confiding in her sister because her sister is equally mad. So the both of them need.
The sister was suspended a long time back.
Yeah, but the kind of vile stuff that comes out of their mouth, and you're just like, oh my God, itni negativity hai, like.
Yeah. I like that once in a while she will say, and that's once in a very rare while, she will say nice things. Like I think there was one interview that happened, and I believe she might have been offered Dirty Picture. And she said, well, in hindsight, I would have liked to have done it, but I don't think I would have done as good a job as Vidya Balan, which is very interesting coming from her. It's an obvious statement at some level, but the fact that she acknowledges that is wonderful.
Yeah, because Vidya Balan doesn't say anything to her on social media and is not at a differing point of view.
That has not stopped her from saying many things to many others.
She's quite horrible to people. Anyway, sorry.
Basically.
You need to fix yourself, and hopefully now that you don't have time to like spew nonsense on social media, you will work on yourself. But moving on from her, IPL has been cancelled, and I'm genuinely curious to know how many of us were interested in IPL this season. Because personally, me, I watch cricket. Everyone knows I love cricket and I watch cricket and all. No interest.
No,
none.
Because you had other things that were heavier, more important.
No, it just
unfortunately sadder on your mind.
No, so there's always stress and there's always heavy stuff on your mind. But
but COVID is like...
The problem with IPL, last year IPL, great distraction. And it totally worked because last year also there was COVID, right? But it just seemed like, Acha chalo, something has begun again. And people in India...
And also,
people in India were wary and being careful, and so there weren't that many. Like right now, for IPL to be happening in India was just mind-boggling. Like how? And Delhi, when they had a match in Delhi, and you're just like, it's a surreal sort of dystopic reality where ek taraf matches chal rahe hain, and there's a whole bubble around the players and keeping them safe, and everybody else is struggling for oxygen. So it just didn't make any sense. But I don't know. Were you watching IPL? Was it actually a distraction? We are very, very keen to know. Remember to give us a comment and give us your answer.
Correct. So I have to say, when we look at it in hindsight, IPL was planned at a time when the cases were going down. It had looked like we had completely avoided the second wave as a country. So it made sense to schedule it then. Whether it should have been cancelled a little before it started or not cancelled at all, or cancelled now because just cases had gotten out of hand and they were taking a personality in terms of players having to go back, players and teams being affected by COVID. Also, that's all subjective. It is what it is. But your opinion important. Have you been watching IPL? Did it appeal to you, or were you like, kya kar rahe hain, mujhe nahi dekhna hai? Let
or
us
just had no interest. Like I just genuinely couldn't get into any match.
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Seems-
watch it.
it
I
seems
realized
that there
I'm
was a-
shaking my screen because my legs are touching my table, which is not really a table, it's a laundry basket, and there are about 6 books which seem to be precarious. So I have to make sure I don't touch anything. Okay.
Correct. Tarana, on to marriage plans.
Marriage plans. Who's getting married?
One was getting married and one is not getting married anymore. Both of these are brides from UP.
UP
These
brides.
UP weddings are fabulous. Yeah, I need
Okay.
to attend a UP wedding. And in the smaller the town, the better it is. Lucknow nahi jana. I want to go to one of the interland wala weddings.
Currently, we need to not go anywhere in UP.
Correct. I understand. Anywhere in any state. So here's what's happening in UP. They were obviously, I'm hoping, doing a COVID-friendly wedding. Shadi ho rahi thi. The ceremony was almost done. The Varmala stage had come. That's the important step of the wedding. At which point the bride gets news that she had the panchayat elections that she had stood for. She won a position of block development officer, I believe, or a seat on the block development council, something like that. So in the panchayat elections she had won, she was given news literally at her wedding. She got so excited, she said, "I'm going to go get my winner's certificate." Now, it was not Bagal mein. It was not Bagal mein. It was 20 kilometers away. So she has stopped the wedding, taken permission from her in-laws and guests and all of that, who said, yes, this is a double happy occasion. Please go.
So there was an award like ceremony.
There was an award, and we actually have a picture of her in her full bridal regalia, mask intact, taking her well, let's call it winner certificate.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
And how lovely and glowing she is looking.
I'm very pleased everybody is wearing double masks.
Yes. And I'm pleased to inform you that she then went back to the wedding. Everybody congratulated her, and they finished off with the rituals, and she is now a happily married panchayat member.
Excellent.
However,
did the Dahej come down, Jaggu?
I'm not sure. There was no Dahej discussion.
Because now Madam has become,
correct.
a BDO
Maybe the
officer.
Dahej had to go in the other direction.
Good.
Then there was another wedding that was also about to happen.
Okay.
But then the bride got suspicious. She's like, I met with him, arranged marriage. I have met this fellow. I have been told he has a certain level of education. Does he really? And she said, Dekhiye, mister, please recite the 2 times table. 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. First that. Basic. He could. He was unable to recite the 2 times table.
Do you think he had like performance anxiety, or did he genuinely not know?
That is not the place to have performance anxiety. Performance anxiety is tonight, not at the wedding, but during the day.
So,
and listen, 2 times table is one of those things where you shake a kid and you say recite 2 times table in the middle of the night. He'll be able to do it.
Yeah. Unless you don't know the 2 times table.
My chemistry professor used to make us record the elements table so much that he says, if I wake you up in the night and I shout fire, and then I say recite the elements table, you should be able to recite it. And we did. That was elements table. I forgot it.
Yeah.
But 2 times table anybody should be able to do. Point was he was not able to do it. They called off the wedding. They tried to convince the bride, like everybody's here, the mandap is on, boy is here, what are you doing? No, we're not going to do it.
Good, smart girl.
So the cops did get involved. But no case was filed.
Okay.
No case was filed, and they said that the families have arrived at a compromise between themselves and gifts have been returned.
Gifts have been returned.
Yeah. So the wedding is off basically, and like the family, except the ones that are traumatized the fact that the wedding got cancelled last minute, are very proud of what she has done.
I am very proud of this girl. Thankfully,
Absolutely.
Managed to get out before it was too late.
Between this issue and the fact that Bill and Melinda Gates are getting divorced, I'm thinking I want to develop a new career for myself. I'm thinking about it. I want to be a divorce broker.
A divorce what?
Divorce broker.
Broker.
Marriage brokers are there.
The
what
people,
in Sindhi,
yeah.
What in Sindhi we call michi maichi, getting them together and all of that.
Yes.
So that is its own job. It's its own speciality. You need to know the right people. You need to connect the right person, right boy, right girl.
So you're going to replace the divorce lawyer by doing Mandavli and settlement for divorces.
Before the lawyer. before the court case. Why are we going to the court and making long fights out of this? Can we not settle it amicably where a compromise is reached?
You know that there are people already in place for this.
Who? There are only marriage brokers and then there are divorce lawyers. There is no such thing as a divorce broker.
Yes, they may not have the title, but they exist.
Who exists?
Every well-meaning auntie and every well-meaning uncle, not only in your family, but in your building and compound.
But see, they are biased people. They are the uncle and auntie of one particular side, either the boy side or the girl side.
So
there is an inherent bias. Of course, you think I'm going to do this for free? Or?
No, so you will be hired and you will be the impartial person doing the brokerage.
Doing the settlement so that we don't have to involve ourselves in long drawn out court cases.
Yeah, but
I don't just go to the court and say, this is what we have decided.
But I don't think Bill and Melinda Gates is going to like need anybody like that.
I know.
They don't have a prenup, however.
They don't. Imagine the cut I would get from that.
Very good. Why don't you write to them and offer your services anyway, Jaggu?
I think I will.
Tweet to Bill Gates and say, just in case you need any help, I've used like Microsoft Word all my life.
All my life. I've still not understood how to use Excel properly, but see, Word I know.
Yeah.
Little bit PowerPoint also I can.
Very good, very good.
Yes.
I've come across some awards, the Guinness World Records, and I genuinely believe that these are like pretty. One of them is like really bizarre. Okay, so let me show you an image, and you tell me what you think is going on. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Okay, what is this?
He is. I was about to say he's flexing, but then he has that stack of playing cards in front of him.
No.
He has stacked playing cards.
So these are 34 bars of soap. Okay? All this. And they're all wet. And that apparently is a Guinness record. So he's broken it because the previous record was 32 bars of soap stacked on each other. And he really like showed dedication because he said I had to grow my nails in order to be able to grip the sabun.
This is not bizarre. This is a talent.
What talent? What is what is the meaning of this record?
Make a very clear differentiation between dry soap and wet soap. You walk into any department store, dry soaps, of course, in their packaging, are piled on one on top of the other. Yeah. So I bought 6, I bought 12, I bought 18 soaps from the department store and I've come. Okay, from the dukan. Yeah. I have then opened them and stacked them one by one. That so even I can do. Yeah, that's no big deal.
Okay,
wet soaps, Tara.
So you're saying wet soaps because they're slippery and we've all dropped soaps.
In my bathroom.
In your bathroom, not in a boys' hostel.
No. I'm giving you my personal example. There are 2 soaps.
Okay.
One is mine and one is my wife's.
Okay.
I can't put one on top of the other for 2 soaps. He has done it with 34.
I did 34 in 1 minute. That's the record.
Oh, huge.
Okay.
Well deserved.
So you're impressed. Okay. Now there is another guy. Okay. Can you see this collection?
Oh, good Lord. What is it?
Toys.
Are these toys?
Yes, they're toys. And they're very specifically toys that you get for free in fast food meals. So your McDonald's, your Burger King, your whatever. So he is now 50 years old and he has been collecting since the age of 5.
Okay, 45 years worth of
and he has clearly not been one of those kids who like plays and throws and gets bored or breaks them. He's always maintained his toys and kept them very, very nicely. Now this is a record. It is a Guinness record, okay? And it was so he's a Filipino and he basically achieved this by collecting 10,000 items of fast food restaurant toys. And this happened in 2014.
10,000.
10,000. Okay. No, so he's now back in the news for basically getting double this number and now he has 20,000 toys. There he is with all his toys.
No kidding. Oh, that's a substantial haul.
Yeah. So
I can see Ronald McDonald.
Yeah. But his prized toy is something called Hetty and Jollibee is a Filipino chain of, I think,
that fried chicken they do. Yeah.
So that's his prized possession. And he has kept them very nicely. And clearly the person who married him and all has been okay with it because he lives in a 3-story house and 1 full story is dedicated to all his toys.
But he's been doing this for... So he's had 20,000 fast food meals.
Yes. So he said, I have eaten some, and some my friends have given. Because like if I've gone with the entire family and 10 of us are eating burgers, then all of them got toys, so then they gave them to me. And it's
Nice.
like, and he's like, every time I go into this room, it's like Christmas morning because I play with all these toys. He does intend to start a museum of his own where children can come and play, which sounds like a reasonable thing to do when you have 20,000 toys.
Arey, sell it, baby. Make some money.
Are you mad? He's been collecting for like 5 decades, Jagu. Okay.
So exactly, the time has come.
Now, one more.
Ah.
Okay. What do you think this is?
That is a. Well, that's definitely a fruit.
Yeah.
But
Mango.
I don't. That's a mango.
Yeah, it's a mango.
It's bigger than the size of that guy's head, yaar.
Correct. So these are quite giant mangoes.
I'm trying to say jackfruit, but it doesn't look like a jackfruit.
So I'm not quite sure. अभी फिलहाल इंडिया में मैंगो का क्या रेट है? But you know, usually dozen के हिसाब से बिकते हैं, and the kilos also you can like so when you say 1 kilo, you get maybe 1 or 2 or 3 mangoes, right?
Yeah.
This particular mango, Jagu, is now a Guinness World Record holder of heaviest mango ever. Okay, this is
From
the
where?
Colombian. So they're Colombians. So South American country, Colombia.
Colombia beat us to it.
Yes. So Colombia.
Nonsense.
Earlier record was set by the Philippines for the heaviest mango. This one is about 4.5 kilos.
That's a 4.5 kilo mango.
Yeah. Please note, the lady needs both her hands to hold it, and the gentleman is holding with one hand. So it's quite heavy. To give you, yeah.
Okay.
And
Even though I'm upset,
Yeah.
I'm upset that it is not an Indian record,
yes.
as quite frankly it should be.
It
I'm
should be from
still
the
impressed at the
subcontinent.
record.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's
still,
And mangoes in Colombia are not, they don't really produce and export and sell. They're all like farmers, and they do like for themselves. So mangoes are grown for like their own consumption. But they were very excited that Colombia could be put on the world map because it's a small little town, a village where this has happened. Now just see perspective. Regular mangoes and this mango. It's almost
Wow.
melon sized, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah, it's quite
that's what I'm
huge.
saying. I
So-
would have most certainly said it's like a jackfruit melon size. You're absolutely right. It's crazy.
So then they weighed it. It is a Guinness World Record breaker. They're very pleased with it, and they've also created a mold, and it's going to be in some museum in their town. But guess what they did with it, Jagu?
Please tell me they ate it.
Yes, indeed. They cut it and ate it, and it was yummy.
Well done. Look at the size of that slice, baby.
As a aside, have you all been eating the mangoes? Like I'm craving the Alfonso. I was hoping Jagu would bring back for me. I know यहाँ Dubai में मिलते हैं, but I never seem to get a good batch. So, how is the mango season treating you, Jagu, and everybody watching?
The mango season is treating me not too bad, but you tell me because you're right. I mean, not necessarily every batch would be good. You had 1 or 2 not so sweet mangoes, but broadly we're cracking.
Oh, excellent.
Achha, while on the subject, please tell us your mango stories.
I'm not getting enough. That's the
Are they
problem.
more expensive?
Okay.
It'll come. It'll come.
So typically, Jagu and wife are my mango suppliers because they usually somehow organize here. And now since they're both not in town, I'm getting mangoes.
We are setting.
My mother
If
has
I figure
finally
out
started
how to
eating
set it.
mangoes. She does not eat initially because बहुत महंगे हैं. And no matter what I tell
yeah,
her
that's
about
true,
like
that's
don't
true.
bargain with the poor farmer and all, no. Loot चल रही है, loot.
What is your mango story? Have you been eating mangoes? Have you been getting good tasting mangoes? Are you paying a absurdly high price for mangoes compared to a year or 2 ago? Let us know.
Wait,
in the comments.
wait. If you like mangoes, like this video.
Yeah.
है ना? Please remember to like the video. If you're watching this far, then you must like this video. It'll really help us. Please
Absolutely.
like, comments, they all help us. Because eventually the YouTube algorithm will realize we exist. And then we will all be one like large community. Right now it is intimate, which is very nice. But it would be nice to have more members.
And why just stop at mangoes? Well, if there's anything that you liked about the show, let us know. Comment if there's something that you'd like us to talk about that you've come across. Also comment. Like, comment, please subscribe, hit the bell icon. And also, as importantly, please share. Like-minded people, I mean, look, everybody at this point could do with a little bit of lightheartedness.
Yeah,
and we're hoping that what we do here gives that to you. So yeah, share with like-minded people.
Okay. While you're doing that, we're going to leave you with a with an image that will definitely make you happy because, ladies and gentlemen, I present to all of us the happiest animal on the planet.
Oh, he looks very pleased.
Yes. So this is a quokka. Quokka, a quokka.
I have heard this for the first time in my life.
So a quokka is from like the kangaroo wallaby family. It is found only in Australia. They tend to live like in the wild, and they are considered the happiest animals in the world because they are always smiling.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We are always happy.
Well done. And small animals by the looks of it.
Yeah, quite small. It's the size of a cat, but it is from the kangaroo family. They are wild animals. You cannot have a pet quokka. The island, which is the Quokka Island or whatever it's called, Roto, visitors, because they see such few humans and their visitors, that the quokkas come up to you and happily hang, but you're not allowed to touch. So there's, if you after you finish this, if you're ever feeling down in the day, look for quokka selfies and you'll see that they grin and they smile everywhere. It keeps them cool.
Oh, I like it.
So the smiles keep them, cool.
Look at this. Spell the name of the animal again.
Quokka. Look at this happy little mummy quokka. And even the baby in her tummy.
Baby quokka is also the same. Yeah.
He is also smiling.
I see what you mean about kangaroo family.
Yeah, but that's it. That's the image we want to leave you with, so that you remain happy and smiley, and you're just like, oh, versus like stressed about things that are stressing all of us right now.
True. Okay, then you take care, and we will be seeing you soon
on another episode of So Far So Good. Okay, bye.
Bye bye, butterfly.